Consider this: with the quiet chambers of your own awareness is the river of your being, your emotional current, truly flowing freely, guiding you toward your deepest longings. Or do you sense a subtle tether, an unseen anchor holding you in a familiar, yet stagnant, pool? This anchor often takes the form of a relationship you have labeled friendship with someone of the opposite sex. You share laughter, secrets, and solace. Yet, beneath this serene surface, are there not deeper currents, unacknowledged desires, or unspoken expectations playing a silent dance within your heart? This gentle, often unnoticed, ebb and flow can subtly, profoundly redirect your life as unfolding. It can prevent the blossoming of deeper, more authentic connections, both within yourself and with the boundless potential for true partnership. Can you truly say, with clarity, that this comfortable, deeply familiar dynamic serves the highest calling of your spirit, your truest potential for romantic fulfillment, the profound evolution of your very being? Or might it be a compelling stillness, a beautiful, yet stationary, eddy in life's grand river, gently dissuading you from surging forward into the vast expanse of genuine intimacy and soulful partnership? This quiet, yet potent dynamic demands a profound and gentle contemplation. Could this be opposite-sex friendship, the unveiled mirror? As you reflect, consider this: what hidden truth about your relationships are you most afraid to acknowledge? Share your thoughts. Imagine the soft dawn breaking. Your mind anticipates a message from this familiar presence, this soul you call friend of the opposite sex. A simple greeting, a shared digital fragment, or an inquiry about the day's unfolding. A quiet, almost imperceptible warmth spreads through your being. As the hours unfurl, you instinctively reach for your device, compelled to share a small triumph or fleeting frustration. Their name, a constant echo, threads itself through your thoughts, their voice's soft melody in your memory. Pause to feel the pervasive nature of this delicate thread. You may seek their quiet counsel on matters closest to your heart, sometimes even before your own deepest feelings fully coalesce. You might, perhaps unconsciously, begin to hold up other potential companions, other promising connections, against the familiar contours of this friend. A subtle measuring, an unconscious assessment of their resonance, their ease, all judged against this established rhythm. There is a curious, almost gravitational comfort in their unwavering presence, a quiet assurance of being perpetually understood, yet without the demanding vulnerability, the raw, beautiful uncertainty, or the explicit, profound commitment that truly defines a genuine romantic partnership. Let us observe a tale often whispered. Elora and Julian. They have flowed together since youth. Elora pours out her disappointments from fleeting romantic encounters, lamenting the absence of a kindred spirit. Julian seeks Elora's gentle wisdom, her intuitive insights, when navigating his own tumultuous romantic voyages, valuing her feminine perspective. Weekends often find their currents merging. Quiet evenings, long contemplative walks, practical assistance in life's gentle shifts. To the outer world, they embody the purest essence of Platonic communion. But what quiet, unwritten narratives lie veiled beneath this meticulously woven simplicity? Does a silent, unconscious part of Elora's soul secretly yearn for Julian's gaze to linger just a breath longer? For a subtle shift in his touch, a recognition beyond mere friendship? Does Julian, in his solitary reflection, feel a distinct, almost primal, pang of protectiveness, a subtle tendril of possessiveness, when Elora speaks with enthusiasm about a blossoming new romantic interest? Are they both, in their comfortable, predictable friendship, unknowingly shielding themselves from the very vulnerability, the exhilarating tremor of uncertainty, and the profound, transformative potential that resides within the true, authentic blossoming of romantic love, found elsewhere? This specific dynamic, this comfortable, intimate closeness, yet devoid of explicit boundaries and profound commitment, can, with imperceptible subtlety, become the gentle impediment that prevents deeper, more authentically fulfilling connections from quietly blooming. It is not a harsh barrier, but a delicate, self-imposed limitation, a hidden anchor that keeps your romantic vessel gently tethered in a familiar, yet ultimately unfulfilling, harbor. This, beloved listener, is precisely the silent trap inherent in opposite-sex friendship that demands your most honest and profound self-reflection. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Everything is interconnected, a grand, seamless dance. You often perceive yourself as a singular ripple, journeying through a vast expanse populated by other waves. You meticulously arrange your connections, neatly placing them into designated vessels: romantic, familial, professional, purely platonic. Yet, the very boundaries you delineate are, in essence, but delicate constructs of the mind, often ephemeral illusions conjured by the ego as persistent yearning to impose order, to create predictability within the ceaseless, fluid, and divinely chaotic dance of human connection. This intense, deeply embedded friendship with someone of the opposite sex, what is its true composition, its most fundamental essence? Is it, at its very core, merely a disembodied union of thoughts, a purely intellectual sharing of consciousness, entirely devoid of any subtle, underlying biological echoes or profound emotional currents intrinsic to our very being? Ancient wisdom, collective human psychology, and the unspoken whispers from your own innate heart, all gently suggest a far more nuanced, interconnected reality. Attraction, in its myriad forms, is a fundamental, inescapable force woven into the fabric of the human experience. It is not always overtly sexual. It can manifest as a powerful pull of resonance, an intense intellectual fascination, a profound emotional harmony, a deep recognition of the other as possessing qualities that intimately mirror or profoundly complement your own being. To deny this inherent undercurrent, to rigidly label it as purely friendship, can be a profound, albeit unconscious, form of self-deception. It can serve as a convenient, comfortable strategy to maintain a predictable status quo, a gentle avoidance of confronting the inherent complexities, the beautiful messiness, and the demanding vulnerability that are the very hallmarks of deeper, more explicit intimacy. Consider the ego, that persistent voice within your psyche, perpetually yearning for security, predictability, and an illusion of control. This opposite-sex friendship often presents itself as a supremely appealing haven. It offers a potent, comforting blend of intimacy and emotional validation, yet without the demanding vulnerability, the exhilarating, terrifying uncertainty, or the explicit expectations and inherent challenges that define the profound dance of a genuine romantic relationship. The ego, in its boundless desire for comfort, whispers reassuringly, "This is perfectly sufficient. This is wonderfully safe. There is no profound need to venture beyond these familiar, tranquil shores." But I invite you to ask yourself, with an unflinching, yet gentle, honesty, is this perceived safety the ultimate, true aim of your unique, fleeting existence? Is a state of comfortable stagnation truly preferable to the exhilarating potential for profound personal growth, even if that growth necessitates navigating the often turbulent, exhilarating, and deeply transformative waters of authentic romantic love? The wise elder often speaks of true growth only occurring at the edges of one's comfort zone. Life, in its most fundamental essence, is characterized by inherent impermanence, its constant, beautiful state of flux. Feelings shift like wind over dunes. Desires evolve like rivers carving new paths. And human beings are perpetually changing. To cling rigidly to a static, unchanging definition of any relationship, particularly one carrying the inherent, undeniable dynamic of opposite-sex interaction, is akin to attempting to grasp the very water of a flowing river with your bare hands. The more tightly you clench, the more irrevocably it slips through your fingers, leaving you with nothing but the illusion of control. The act of holding on, of clinging to a fixed image, paradoxically prevents the natural flow, the spontaneous emergence of new currents, and unforeseen destinations. What if the boundless emotional and temporal energy you are meticulously investing in maintaining this specific friendship as strictly platonic could be consciously, intentionally, and gently rechanneled? Imagine that energy redirected into exploring truly novel connections, into cultivating a deeper understanding of your own elusive romantic desires, your hidden fears, and your boundless capacity for profound intimacy. What if the deep, pervasive comfort you currently derive from this relationship is, in a larger sense, actually a gilded cage, beautiful and seemingly secure from the outside, but ultimately, subtly, preventing you from experiencing the full, vibrant spectrum of human connection, the exhilarating, unscripted dance of authentic partnership, and the profound, soul-stirring liberation of embracing romantic love, without reservation, without fear. This opposite-sex friendship may, in moments of quiet solitude, feel like an indispensable lifeline, a sturdy anchor in a sometimes chaotic world. But could it, paradoxically, be the very force that is silently, subtly anchoring you firmly in place, preventing your romantic vessel from setting sail towards the expansive, boundless horizon of authentic, passionate love and the breathtaking adventure of a truly committed partnership? What if true freedom, true spaciousness, is not found in more control, more predictable comfort, but rather in the courageous, transformative act of truly, gently letting go? The path to awakening from this silent, subtle trap is not one of harsh commands, but of courageous, intentional action. It invites a quiet courage, deep self-awareness, and a profound willingness to observe beyond comfort. These are not rigid instructions. They are potent invitations guiding you inward towards reclaiming your emotional sovereignty, the true mastery of your heart. Invitation 1. The sacred mirror of self, unflinching honesty. Allocate a dedicated period of stillness, free from distractions and thoughts of this friend. Within this quiet sanctuary, hold up the sacred mirror of your own awareness. Engage in the most brutally honest, yet deeply compassionate, introspection you can possibly summon. Ask yourself, what deep, unacknowledged emotional needs does this relationship fulfill? Should these be met within a committed romantic partnership? Are there any subtle, lingering, unspoken longings, any fleeting fantasies, any persistent what-if scenarios you consistently push aside? This is not a space for judgment. It is a profound journey of compassionate self-discovery. Allow the quiet truths, however uncomfortable, to gently surface. This initial act of raw introspection is the cornerstone of all subsequent awakening. It is the first gentle ripple of true clarity. Invitation 2. The stillness of observation, detached awareness. For a period, adopt the posture of a detached, compassionate observer of your interactions with this specific friend. Watch, without attachment, the subtle dynamics. Is there a faint undercurrent of playful energy, a glance hinting at more than camaraderie? Do you notice a distinct, almost visceral, pang of protective instinct, a subtle possessiveness, when either of you discusses new romantic interests with another? Are there moments when emotional reciprocity feels unbalanced? Observe these patterns without judgment. Simply acknowledge their quiet existence. Witness how these subtle cues influence your emotional state, thoughts, and future intentions. This detached observation allows you to perceive the true, unvarnished nature of the dynamic, unfiltered by your preconceived notions. It gently reveals the unspoken script. Invitation 3. The courage of true presence, intentional communication or strategic space. From the profound insights gleaned from introspection and observation, a critical juncture emerges. If your insights reveal underlying romantic sentiments from either side, or if this relationship is clearly hindering your capacity to form other meaningful connections, then consider a direct, open, and incredibly vulnerable conversation with your friend. This conversation is not about demands or ultimatums. It is about articulating your newfound understanding, clarifying boundaries, and understanding the true essence of your connection. This might involve stating your need for more defined platonic terms, or acknowledging a shift in your feelings. This is a difficult conversation, requiring immense courage and emotional intelligence. Yet it is a definitive step towards liberation. However, if a direct conversation feels overwhelming or inappropriate, especially if the relationship causes more confusion than clarity, then a strategic, compassionate creation of space might be the wisest path. This does not mean severing ties abruptly, but consciously and gradually reducing intensity and frequency of interactions. This might involve declining invitations, communicating less frequently, or investing more time and energy into other nourishing relationships or personal pursuits. This compassionate creation of space allows both individuals room to breathe, reevaluate, and potentially allow new, more authentic connections to emerge. It is an act of profound self-preservation, a gentle recalibration, and a courageous invitation for genuine growth. Invitation 4. Retuning the echo of true friendship, redefining your path. Now, reflect deeply on your personal, authentic definition of a true, healthy, and fulfilling friendship. A genuine friendship, at its core, should be unconditionally supportive, growth-oriented, and fundamentally free from persistent, underlying romantic tension, unacknowledged desire, or chronic, unmet emotional needs that should rightfully be addressed within a romantic partnership. Does this particular opposite-sex friendship truly, genuinely, and authentically align with this refined and mature definition? If, after all this profound self-inquiry, observation, and compassionate reflection, you arrive at the undeniable, quiet conclusion that it does not, then it is not merely an option, but a profound necessity, a tender act of self-love, to gently redefine its role and boundaries within the expansive tapestry of your precious life. This redefinition might entail a subtle shift in interactions, a deliberate reprioritization, or even, in rare but necessary cases, a gradual separation, allowing both individuals the ultimate, liberating freedom to pursue connections that genuinely resonate with their deepest, most authentic, romantic, and emotional aspirations. These comprehensive, introspective, and often beautifully challenging invitations are not merely theoretical musings. They are powerful, deliberate actions of conscious engagement, designed to gently empower you, to softly liberate you, and ultimately to dismantle the insidious, silent trap of opposite-sex friendship and pave a clear, unimpeded path for the emergence of more authentic, more fulfilling, and truly expansive relationships in the boundless landscape of your life. Embrace this profound journey with gentle courage and unwavering self-compassion. The art of life is not to solve problems, but to dissolve them by living in the present, by being fully aware. And similarly, the art of connection is not to rigidly define your profound human bonds solely by convenient labels. Instead, it is to understand, to truly feel their inherent energetic flow, their deeper purpose, and their subtle, yet profound, impact on your unique journey. In embracing this deeper understanding, this gentle awakening, you liberate yourself. You move beyond the comfortable, yet subtly confining, illusion of a static, unexamined relationship, and step gracefully into the vibrant, dynamic flow of life as ever unfolding dance. You choose courage over comfort, authenticity over convenience, and profound truth over superficial agreement. Affirmation: my heart flows freely, seeking authentic connection. If your soul resonates with these quiet contemplations, if you feel the gentle stirrings of awakening within, then consider joining this journey. Subscribe to Flow with us as we explore the deeper currents of existence and the art of truly living.